All right. I think we are live. I'll turn you guys up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I might not have mic up yet. Testing.
Yep.
Check.
Oh, we're both in.
Excellent.
Well, hello. I just put Fluke software team. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's good.
You know, we're doing 10-minute chats, as I was just telling the two of you. Welcome to MSC 2026.
Yeah.
What do you think about the turnout this year?
It's been great.
Yeah, it seems like it's been pretty good.
It seems like it was better than last year's, right?
Yeah.
As far as I can tell. So a couple things because I originally was asking Michael if you guys could come on to chat about anything that you got going on. Then obviously the Optical was one of the things you mentioned. And as we started talking about it, I was like, we realized we're ruining all the surprise. And like, I had questions, and I was watching the Optical work, right? Oh, I almost did this last time. First, let's introduce. All right. So, do you mind just saying who you are, what you do for Fluke?
Yeah. I'm Mike Brown, and I'm the product owner for Cal Studio.
And I'm Michael Johnston. I'm the product manager for all of our calibration software.
And you've both been on the podcast before, so if anybody is interested, go back and check those awesome episodes out. So I'm watching the Optical, right, the little device you guys have over there, and I was starting to ask, is that already something that is out there in the ether, like screen reading, like it's been done, and so you can like purchase that, or are you having to like train it to read it, like take a million different photos of different readings and stuff like that? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so there's a few layers to it. Computer vision's been around a long time. Object character recognition's been around a long time. But we're looking for metrology grade.
Right.
And so we need leading digits, trailing digits. We need to understand the sign.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand the unit of measure and the context about that unit of measure. There's no negative Kelvin, so we have to know it's a thermometer to know that this rule applies.
Oh, that's so cool.
The out-of-the-box models are quite good for license plate readers or house address or something like that. But what we've had to do is a combination of training, prompt engineering, multiple agents and bots that execute certain rules in certain ways to achieve the results that we're getting.
Got it. Okay. So now, Michael, you were saying that it was surprisingly quick, though, once you kind of get those pieces together. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I think it helps that we have an incredibly talented dev team that's been working on this.
That helps,
yeah, especially around the analog piece with reading analog gauges. One of our developers, like me, has a math background. And so at that point, it just becomes a math problem, and he was able to come up with a way to approach that's very consistent and repeatable in the way that we think about this, and is much better than trying to read between lines and see how far it is. We're looking at the whole view and looking at angles and degrees and radians as we move through that arc, and that becomes a much easier question to solve than how much of this tiny little bit are we going through, and so that certainly helped. The initial kind of proof of concept of Optical was about a week of work, hands-on, like heavy, intensive hands-on work.
Yeah, actual development. Yeah, I get it.
And certainly there's been more work since then to kind of get it to the point where, we're moving toward a commercial launch of that and getting things into production ready and all of that, and security and things like that. But that initial concept was very rapid to get to a level of accuracy that we were really happy with coming out of that first week.
Sure. Well, I've even been around the the conferences in the span that I've been going to conferences, so like 7 years. I remember when it was a thing, like trying to get the screens read properly, and then now it makes sense that that's hurdle one, but then we got to get metrological about it. Are you saying we're also to the point that we could do analog gauges, like mirrored scaled type gauges too?
Yeah, we have about 99.9% accuracy on digital.
Wow.
For certain analog gauges, we're right around 94% accuracy.
Okay.
And then on others, depending on if they're rectangular, round, are they exponential scale?
Yeah.
Then the accuracy varies, as low as 60% up to 90%.
Sure.
And so we're just continuing to refine the geometry and the detection so that we can get the analog up to metrology grade as well.
Do users get to opt in as part of that collection too? Like, because you would think, like just off the top of my head when I was doing on-site cal, like if I was to go to my technicians, be like, hey, what are all the problem gauges out there? Like there are some really wacky gauges, and I could imagine if places were willing to opt in, and be like, somewhat QA check real time, some of those really wacky gauges. I don't know, just a thought.
Well, no, you're kind of leading the witness there a little bit. So one of the things we want to share is that, coming down the pipe when we get more of these features released and available is things like real-time user annotation. So that human in the loop is always there to correct anything.
Yeah.
The ability to report back that there was an incorrect reading for some reason.
Sure.
But also the ability to real-time train. We can do a lot with synthetic data. We can do a lot with images and libraries. But what that doesn't reproduce reliably is the position that these things are in the field. Some of them are at a 45-degree angle or something.
Yeah, that's always going to be the challenge for even robotics, because I service some really wacky places that you're crawling through things, to get to it. So
we'll get to the point to where people can correct on the fly, annotate on the fly, submit on the fly, train on the fly, and then we'll be able to keep refining, and we'll get to greater than 99.99% accuracy.
So is this all? So I'm a little disconnected from the workflow from a lab because I'm not at a lab right now. So is this all in the new release of the
Cal Studio?
Yeah, Cal Studio, not Met.
Yeah, so the first place that this will be available is actually in MetCal.
Okay.
This quarter we're launching
an
update to MetCal that will include this as a part of the Met Support Preferred program. So if you're already subscribed to Met Support Preferred, which is our new kind of upgrade to the Met Support Gold program we've had for a long time, this will be an included feature in that. And you'll be able to it'll essentially take over the normal data entry when you enable it. So anytime you have a MEMI FSC where it's prompting the user for a numeric entry to do that evaluation, it's just going to replace that and take a picture.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll also integrate this in Cal Studio and have that be something that works within the procedures there as well. And that's actually, I think, one of the areas where we're most excited about it is physical and dimensional devices and thinking about, doing a caliper, and I no longer have to set that tool down, take off my glove and type in the number.
Right.
I'm holding it there. I give a voice command that says capture, and this camera sitting over the top of it just takes the reading.
Yeah. Or I've even mentioned any AI where I can be in the field and be like, hey, here's my measurement, and I can say, and then hey, what was the last measurement? And it was, if being able to have a conversation with something would be really nice. So, because I mean, out in the field, having both hands, like you were saying, is very helpful. And not just physical dimensional. In my experience, also when you're in GMP, and you got the surgery gloves on and stuff in some of those areas, that would definitely be nice. So we're coming down to our last minute. Anything else exciting on the horizon for the software development team from Fluke?
I mean, where do you even begin?
A lot of stuff.
The past year has been crazy, and this year is going to be just as crazy.
Awesome.
We have quarterly releases coming up for Cal Studio, really growing its capabilities over the next year. We have the roadmap is over at our booth, and we can share that with anyone who wants to see it. But it's
perfect.
A lot coming.
Awesome.
Well, each quarter we'll be doing a live stream on YouTube as well to show the new capabilities.
I got to catch one. I think your most recent one.
Yeah. See, this is all just to get me to do it. Now he said that we're going to do it. Now I have to do it.
That's
it's the one with you in it, right?
Yeah.
So I do like that. I'll have LinkedIn's weird that I'll get stuff 2 weeks after.
I've noticed that. I keep getting responses to a post I made where I added a hotfix to my link tree, and I keep getting likes on it 3 weeks later.
Yeah. So I try and support as often as I can. I'll try and keep on top of those for those releases. But
Nice.
hey, I really appreciate you guys sitting down with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always happy to
Thanks
be
for
here.
having us.
All right, the Fluke team. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.